working on another tube amp project. This is what they call All-American 5. It's a 5-tube radio from the mid-40s. This is a Bendix model 526E, if I remember correctly. It's a pretty ancient old radio. So what my plan is instead of just trying to find a way to hook the guitar signal into this, I'm going to strip it completely and redo from scratch the whole thing as a kind of a purpose-built guitar amp. Now, still working on the schematic that I'm going to use, and I want to prototype that, so I decided I needed to have some kind of a prototype board. So what I have here is a piece of wood that I've mounted a couple ocular 8-pin relay blocks to. These you can get from MSC Industrial website or a lot of other electronic supply websites. They're originally intended for relay blocks that use the 8-pin ocular setup, and they work just fine for temporary situation for tubes. So my grand scheme is to use the rectifier tube and the 50L6 power amp tube, along with a 12 AU7 that I have, and I'm going to use all these screw connections to wire everything up as I go. That way, if I want to change a resistor value or a capacitor value or something like that in my design, I can do it easily with just a screwdriver instead of breaking out the soldering iron and going through all that. And that way I can finalize my design in reality before I build it in the into the radio chassis. This chassis I'm going to completely strip. I'm going to take everything off with the exception of 2 of the ocular sockets. The other 3 ocular sockets I'm going to remove and save. Some of the components I'm going to look into saving. We've got a electrolytic capacitor here that I suspect is still good and I may be able to reuse. The paper and wax capacitors, they'll go straight in the garbage. Some of these resistors I'm going to check, and if they're still within their rated values, I may find a use for them. But the idea is going to be to completely strip this chassis down to just the bare metal so I can refinish it and make it look decent. And when I'm done with it, the only thing sticking out of the top will be the 3 tubes that I'll use in this amp, and the output transformer. If this output transformer is any good, I don't know yet. I'll have to find that out. And if this transformer is no good, then I'll have to get another output transformer. But this will be a series filament design that will not need a power transformer for the B+ voltage. So that's my general plan, and I'm sticking to it. And I'll try to do a better job on this one as far as videoing progress and that kind of thing. The last amp project I worked on, I had video footage of me giving it a basic tryout, and in setting up the camera for this shot, I made the mistake of deleting the old footage, so I lost that. But like I said before, this is a learning curve, and I'll keep learning as I go. Maybe you'll learn a little thing as I go along too. But we'll see what happens. I'll talk to y'all later.